One island, 1,200 people, all gone. In one night, no bodies, no messages, just empty homes and silence. This is the mystery that changed history. A disappearance nobody can explain. It started 3 months before. A sickness nobody understood. People started dying. Slowly at first, then faster, much faster. The village doctor kept records. Everything changed on day 78. The death stopped completely. No explanation, no warning. But something stranger happened next. The survivors? They changed. Fishermen visited the island. They reported something shocking. People no longer spoke. They only whispered things. Strange things. Every night at midnight, something happened. They gathered. On the beach, they stared at the sky, like they were waiting for something. One fisherman wrote about what he saw. His account is the only real proof. I was anchored in the bay that night. I saw them through my telescope. There were hundreds of them, standing together, all facing the ocean. Something was happening in the sky. Lights, but not like anything I'd seen. The lights were calling them. I felt it too. I wanted to join them. But something stopped me. The villagers started moving. Walking toward the water, they walked into the ocean. Like pilgrims going to prayer. They never came back. Not a single one. I watched until sunrise. Then I sailed away. I never told anyone what I saw. Nobody would have believed me. The British government arrived 2 weeks later. They found the empty village. What they documented was shocking. Every single door had symbols. They were identical. Exactly the same. Someone had carved them on purpose. The footprints on the beach were impossible. They all pointed in one direction. Not a single struggle mark. Not one. Like they walked together. Peacefully. The government sealed the investigation. They hid everything. For 150 years. Why? What were they hiding? The truth was stranger than fiction. The medical records told a different story. The sickness was changing people. Physically. Their eyesight improved beyond normal limits. They could see in complete darkness. Their hearing became superhuman. They could detect sounds miles away. Their skin developed unusual properties. It absorbed light differently. But that wasn't the strangest part. Their consciousness was evolving too. They could communicate without speaking. Telepathy. Or something like it. They weren't human anymore. But they weren't something evil either. The government feared them. They couldn't control something they didn't understand. So they made a choice. Erase the evidence. Erase the story. The official story became plague, a disease that killed everyone. End of story. The island was abandoned forever. No one went back for 100 years. When researchers finally arrived in the 1970s, they found something impossible. The symbols were glowing. After 100 years, still glowing. Scientists couldn't explain it. The light source wasn't electrical, wasn't chemical, wasn't natural. They collected samples. What they found was stranger still. The material was organic, but not from Earth. The government shut down the research. Immediately, without explanation, all findings were classified again. The second cover-up had begun. But one researcher kept the truth. She couldn't stay silent. She made copies, hidden copies, and waited for the world to be ready. She waited until technology caught up, until the world could understand. In 2018, she finally released the documents. The truth emerged. Finally. Conspiracy theories erupted. But also, many believed. Scientists reopened investigations. New tests revealed things nobody expected. The symbols weren't carving. They were growing. Organic growth. The symbols were a language, but not written. Growing. Scientists deciphered the message. What it said changed everything. We are leaving. We are becoming what we were meant to be. The transformation is irreversible, and we welcome it. We are not leaving Earth. We are becoming Earth. Follow the symbols if you want to understand. The transformation is still happening. The government denied everything. Official response? Archaeological artifacts, nothing more. But people weren't believing anymore. They'd seen the symbols themselves. The symbols were everywhere. In nature, in cities, hidden in plain sight. Some scientists proposed a theory. What if the island villagers weren't the first? Pyramids, standing stones, ancient temples, All contain the same symbols. Were the ancients trying to tell us something? Were they preparing for the transformation? The transformation wasn't a curse, it was an invitation. Thousands of people around the world reported contact. They were choosing to follow the symbols. They traveled to the symbols. Whole communities arrived at symbol sites. Some reported strange experiences, visions, communion, understanding. They reported feeling less alone, finally connected to something larger. The government couldn't stop it. This was beyond their control. Some governments tried to destroy the symbols. It was futile. The symbols healed themselves. They grew stronger with each attack. Then something unexpected happened. The symbols started appearing in the sky, across the entire planet, all at once, visible from space. Every astronomer on Earth witnessed it. Every satellite recorded it. This was undeniable. Undeniable proof. Something extraordinary was happening. Scientists proposed new theories. Was this first contact? Or was this evolution? A transformation so massive it transcended the planet itself. The island's disappearance suddenly made sense. It was the beginning, not the end. They were test subjects. Volunteers, perhaps, for something humanity was becoming. The symbols were DNA, genetic instruction, written in light and stone. Humanity wasn't being invaded. Humanity was being awakened. Those who followed the symbols reported changes, subtle at first, then unmistakable. Improved vision, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, becoming more, becoming better, becoming them. Governments tried to stop volunteers from following the symbols. It was impossible. A spiritual awakening, a scientific revolution, a human transformation, all happening simultaneously. By 2024, millions had followed the symbols. The transformation was undeniable and global. The island where everyone disappeared was finally understood. It was ascension, not tragedy. The 1,200 villagers who disappeared weren't lost. They were the first to arrive. They opened a doorway to transformation, and millions were walking through it. The future of humanity had arrived, and it was beautiful. Some still resisted, still questioned, and that was okay. The transformation was a choice, always a choice. Humanity was choosing its own future. The symbols still glow, the door still opens, the transformation continues. And somewhere on a small Scottish island, something ancient is growing. The next chapter of human evolution has already begun. And it's calling to you. If you can hear it, will you follow? The door is open. The symbols are glowing. This is the real story of the island where everyone disappeared. The story that changes everything.